I was bullied at Arthur School, and I got bullied so much that I got beaten up after school.
Did you report it?
Yeah. I reported it. Well, I kept it hidden for about 2 weeks, and I couldn't handle it anymore, so I told the police.
What did they do about it?
The police come round and they come to my school, and they started asking loads of questions.
Were you afraid, and why?
I was afraid because I was getting beaten up and everything.
When you were bullied, did you have to were you seriously beat up? Had to go to hospital?
Yeah, I had to go to hospital once, and I had to tell my mum while I was really hurt because she didn't know anything about bullying.
Then how long did it take to get sorted?
About 3 to 4 weeks. It's really painful weeks, yeah.
But when it was getting sorted, did you still get bullied while it was getting sorted?
No, because I was kept away from him and I didn't really go to school that much.
How much confidence do you when you're getting bullied? Do you know what you're gonna do now?
I wasn't really confident of telling my parents because I was scared of in case I got hit again.
That's what happened the first time.
Yeah, and but I had loads of confidence after when I told my parents.
What did you actually do about it?
Well, I told my form tutor and my head of year.
Did they do anything about it?
Yeah, they suspended about 5 individuals.
If the teachers never did anything, what would have been your backup plan?
My mum wanted me to move schools.
Have you got any advice for people who do get bullied?
My advice, if you're getting bullied, is that don't ignore it. Make sure you do something about it, because otherwise it's bound to get worse.
What support system is in place in your school?
There's a few different ones. There's pastoral care, which is by the heads of year, so if they find out about bullying, they deal with the students. If it's a long-term bullying case, then they can go to our Every Child Matters team, who deals with all the emotional issues in school, so they've got those to speak to as well. And we've also got our student voice and anti-bullying ambassador, who deals with bullying issues as well by making posters and letting all the students know that they've got support out there if they need it.
How long does it take to sort out the problems?
Well, it just depends on the individual student. If it's someone who bottles everything up and doesn't tell anyone, then obviously that takes longer for it to come out and longer for it to be dealt with. But if they go straight away and tell someone, then it gets dealt with as soon as they can.
Can you see room for improvement?
The students need to be aware that they need to go and tell people as soon as possible, so that's maybe where it can be improved. They need to see that there's areas for them that they can go and talk to people.
What advice would you give to the person?
Just get it dealt with as soon as possible. The longer it goes on, then the worse it can get.
Have you ever been bullied?
Yeah.
What form of bullying? Cyber, physical or verbal?
Physical and verbal.
What actually happened what did you do about it?
Well, the one incident I was on the bus and this kid was always attacking me, so then the one time the mate was on the bus and he said something about it. Basically went to the head of year and then said something about it, and then the deputy head got involved, and then my mum found out, and then it was all sorted.
Yeah, would you tell somebody if it happened again?
Yeah, because it's so easy for it to stop, but it's just a bit of actually telling someone.
What did you do about it?
What I did? Well, really, I started to ignore it. I ignored it after a while, and after about 3 years, let me just think, maybe even 2.5, it just ended. I mean, one day he just came into school. He was just a completely different person.
Were you afraid, and if you were afraid, why were you afraid? Were you scared of him, or were you scared of what he would have done to you?
I was scared at the beginning, but as my brother started to help me out, I wasn't too afraid, to be honest.
So you were quite lucky. You got support from your brother.
Yeah, I was quite lucky that I had my brother in primary school with me.
What advice would you give to them people out there?
Stop several times on purpose. That's the main thing about bullying. You've got to tell someone if it gets out of hand. You really have to. And also start telling other people. It is really important to tell other people, because otherwise it will just carry on.
Don't suffer in silence. Don't retaliate.
Tell someone as soon as possible.
Take all advice that you get.
Don't keep it bottled up inside.